stop my cousin! Well, he started it. I'm gonna break your neck!
Red Dead Redemption 2 is a sprawling western tale of loyalty, conviction, and the price of infamy, all set in Rockstar's most authentic and lived-in open world ever. There are so many things to do, so many people to meet, and so many places to explore. Red Dead Redemption 2 isn't just Rockstar's greatest achievement to date, it's a game so lacking in compromise, it's tough to know where best to start discussing it. So let's start at the beginning. It's 1899 and American outlaws are an endangered species. Dutch Van der Linde and his gang are on the run after a botched heist in the growing town of Blackwater, and they've retreated high into the mountains where an atrocious blizzard is covering their escape. We slip into the spurs of Arthur Morgan, an exceedingly cool and capable outlaw, and settle in for a roughly 60-hour story. It's a self-contained and linear introduction, but it's a clever one. It heightened the impact of having the full map open up to me a few hours later. Being set loose in the true open world after toughing it out in this intentionally oppressive environment really underscores the incredible feeling of freedom the full map offers. And what a world it is! More beautiful, broader, and more varied than the one we explored in 2010's Red Dead Redemption by a massive margin. There are snowy peaks and dank, alligator-infested swamps, thick forests and open plateaus, quaint homesteads and grand plantations, narrow streams and great lakes, dusty gulches and dim caves. There's the muddy livestock town of Valentine with its wooden buildings and rustic charm. And then there's the imposing city of Saint Denis, a grimy and growing metropolis full of modern extravagances like electric trams, paved roads, and Chinese restaurants. The vast assortment of ecosystems and environments seamlessly stitched together here is nothing short of remarkable. The ability of this game to keep itself fresh after so many hours is extraordinary, and not entirely due to just the size and diversity of the world. It's how alive all those places feel. The countryside of Red Dead Redemption 2 is absolutely brimming with wildlife to discover, people to interact with and potentially help,
Both of you get your hands up!
and places to scrutinize. The more laid-back pace of Red Dead Redemption 2 compared to something like the slightly more breakneck GTA 5 is also a big part of how it encouraged me to slow down and drink in all the world has to offer.
Can we get a couple beers, please?
Bodies have to be manually looted. Single-action pistols need to be cocked before firing. Coffee needs to be brewed before drinking it. I suspect some folk may regard this sort of stuff as chore-like, but I really dig it. There's something methodical about it that really helps ground Arthur in the world, rather than have him feel like he's gliding through it. I love the deliberate and mechanical process of cycling a new cartridge with a lever-action rifle via a second pull of the fire button. You can even pause for dramatic effect halfway through. Rockstar's designers didn't need to factor that in, but I think they understand that tiny, almost trivial instances of subtle control like this subconsciously seep me into the world as Arthur even more. The main story missions themselves are a cocktail of high-stakes heists,
Too goddamn slow!
deadly shootouts, desperate rescues, and thrilling chases, mixed with a lengthy list of other tasks. Many of those function as organic ways to teach us about new side hustles and other activities that can be undertaken, from selling stolen horses to playing poker
Shit.
or fishing.
Good to meet you.
It all feels great to play, similar in a lot of ways to its immediate predecessor, but injected with a pile of new animations and multiple layers of interactivity.
You son